Okay, we're going to take a look at, oops, let me get up to the front, steps and leaps. This is one of the workplaces. Our math program tends to use games as a way to get more math practice rather than lots of extra pages of practice. Know that just doing written math work is also still okay if you don't have time to stop for a game, but when you do, this is a fun one. So for steps and leaps, you'll use the papers included for your game boards. There's enough to be able to play a few games. I also do recommend maybe writing in a pencil kind of lightly when you fill yours out so you could erase it and try again. I know in class we've run into the fact that actually rounds of this game don't take very long. And then you're going to have a pencil and a paper clip to make into a spinner. You need a couple of dice. When they say numbered dice, they mean some dice actually just have the numbers, some have the dots. They're interchangeable. That's fine. You might check in your own board games at home to see if you already have a set of dice. If you can't find any anywhere in your house, one thing you can do is grab a phone or a computer. You can download fancy dice apps if you want to. You can also just find a random number generator that could help out too and just set it to being a number between 1 and 12. And then you want a couple small objects to use as your game markers. Again, you could borrow some from another board game, or you could use a bean, a button, a rock, whatever you'd like. So this does have some of just the rote problem solving to do. So if you need to wait a little bit till someone's available to play, you can. And then we do also have our spinner right here. So remember what you'll do is you take your paper clip and just set it in the middle, and then you can spin that around when you want to find your turns. So, how this will work. This will be a pretend game between Ms. Dickey and Tully. This is my sheet though, so you only have, each player has a sheet. So I write down both players' names, but I'm using my own. And then I'm going to pretend I have a blue marker. And so I take my dice, I roll them, and I get the number 6. Okay, so here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I come to the 6. Those are my steps. I'm then going to do some leaps, and that's where I come, oops, that's not what I meant to do. That's where I come up here to the spinner, and let's say I take my paper clip, I spin it around, and I land on leap 2 10s. There's my paper clip. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I was on the number 6, and now I leap 2 10s. So if I'm at 6 and I leap a 10, I would land on 16. If I leaped another 10, I would land on 26. So I know where my, I'm going to leap 10. So here's a group of 5, 10. There's 16. And then I'm leaping another 10. Here's a group of 5, 10. Oops, so that means I'm going to land here on 26. Now you can count that up however you want to. I was kind of using the 5 markers to do it. You could do it in your head and say, if I'm doing 6 plus 2 10s, I know I'm going to land on 26. And just use your marker to go, okay, here's 20, so that means this is 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, however you want to do it. So you write that down, and then you put your marker there. So you've moved your marker now. Okay, so you keep on going from there, and then the goal is on each of your boards to try to see who can get to 100 first. Something you can do to change up this game, just a word of a word of advice if you notice like, wow, these games seem to go by pretty quick or they don't feel that challenging. One thing you can do with your spinner is make some changes. So you could maybe say leap back on some of these. So make some of these subtraction. So if you did like take away 110, so that way sometimes you might land on something where you go backwards a 10 or backwards a 20, and that'll extend the game. The basic idea is just to get kids used to 1s, 10s, number sense, really getting comfortable going back and forth between numbers and adding them.